Hey, what's up? This is Zach Myers from Shinedown, and if you're not in the now, you are in the nothing. Got any makeup or anything?
You get your powder puff?
Yeah.
Alright. So, with the solo project, how's that going?
It's good. It's not necessarily a project as much as it is just a hobby. I mean, Shinedown is north for me, so on the compass, so it's like that's always home, and that's always home base, and like that's always my main focus. So I think that this is more just like, it's basically taking my living room on tour, is what I like to call it. It's like, as a musician, a lot of times you spend, if you have friends, you just kind of sit around jamming, and there's people around, and you're playing songs. It's exactly what this is. I mean, there's a lot of covers in this show, a lot of stuff we grew up with, some Shinedown stuff, not like a whole ton, but at least usually 3 or 4 songs. It's a lot of songs that I maybe wrote, and I write a lot for other artists too, so a lot of that stuff too.
So the fans should expect to hear a mix, some Shinedown, if that's what they want to hear.
Yeah.
But
There's definitely a little bit of that, but it's definitely, I think the show's probably split in thirds as far as covers, original stuff, and Shinedown, which Shinedown will fall under originals too. But
what is more of an original type of song for this? For your living room?
As far as like stuff that I wrote?
Yeah, content.
I write, my stuff's very country. Like, it's almost like singer-songwriter, almost country-ish, as far as what I write outside of Shinedown. Just because that's what I gravitate to. I don't really listen to rock music outside of what we do. I think there's a couple good bands out there that are still doing it, but a lot of the new stuff that's coming out is like just kind of seems recycled to me. So it's like, I know. And then there's definitely new bands, like the new 7 acoustic record is so good. The new Need to Breathe record, to me, it's going to be the record of the year, depending on whether the Foo Fighters put out a record this year. I listen to a lot of country music, a lot of hip hop. So I think the country style stuff is more like an original thing for me, obviously.
So with the venues and moving from the 50,000 people shows to a couple hundred people in a bar, do you enjoy that change?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's cool that the fact that we do this tour in a van. We get the van to just go. It's different than, you get off a Shinedown tour and there's 6 buses and 6 semi-trucks. And, you got all these people working and new people coming in and out. This is me, Justin, which is a really good friend of mine, my very first tour manager from when I was a kid, working, and my little brother who also works for Shinedown as well. And it's just a lot of fun. It's just, we kind of get in there, we stay at hotels, and it's a lot of fun.
I would think after coming off that touring schedule to go out again would be a little rough.
I've had 5 months off, so I kind of get antsy. So like I'll sit at home for a second, and then I'll just be sitting there, and then when I get done, that's a usual thing. That's a guy blowing into a giant wooden tube that makes noise in like a storm. And so for me, it's I'll sit down for a minute and I'll get home, and then I just start to lose my mind and just kind of like go out and play shows. Or I just got done building a shoe closet at my house. So once I was done with that, I was like, all right, I have to go out and do something. So this seemed like the apt opportunity to do so.
How long is this tour?
1 month. It started. It's almost done. 9 shows left.
What is your favorite song to play?
Well, there's not a set list for this show, so we play different songs every night completely. We've been doing "Much Too Young" by Garth Brooks on this show, which is one of my favorites. I do "Shed Some Light," which is my favorite Shinedown song of all time. I play that every night. And we've been playing Jerry Jeff Walker's song, which is an old country guy called Jaded Lover. That's really cool. And then, I think that's it. I've been playing Poncho and Lefty too by Willie Nelson, which is one of my favorite songs.
Willie Nelson was my first concert.
Oh, really? Yeah. I've done Poncho and Lefty like the last couple nights, so I'll probably go tonight too.
Nice. album?
There is one. There's one for
There is
sale.
one?
Yep.
Awesome.
We made it in 72 hours. It's called Shuffle. We wrote half of it in half covers. We went in the studio and for 2 days. And one day, the other day was a mixed day. We just took 2 full days and made a record. No click, no production, just all of us acoustic. The only percussion is us like clapping and stomping on the ground. And it's a very special record. It captured the vibe of this show very well. So.
Other than music, do you have other hobbies or anything you do in your downtime?
Yeah, I'm a southern boy. I love to fish very much so. So I love fishing. I love playing golf, even though I'm not good at it. I'm good at fishing. I'm not good at playing golf. And just hanging out at home. I'm a big sneakerhead, so I'm kind of into that sneakerhead community. I kind of get a lot of notoriety in that lately, which is really cool because the fact that there's people out there who've never even heard of our band and start listening to our band because they're sneakerheads and they see like on it's crazy like how crazy Instagram is. The following that happens on Instagram. There's people who literally, I know, like, there's hairdressers who all they do is cut hair and they have like 100,000 followers on Instagram. It's crazy. So it's a whole other world out there.
So you mentioned taking pictures. Do you still do that?
Yeah, I try to. I mostly use my cameras for video now, but I'm not good at editing, so I just video and then give it to someone else to edit. So I'm gonna definitely try to get into editing pretty soon. I'm not just like crazy computer savvy, so I gotta get into it.
Was there anything else you want to tell your fans that we can get out there for you?
Thanks for coming out to the Tennessee tour. We appreciate it. The shows have been awesome so far. We got like 9 more. We go from here to Des Moines, and then I believe to Illinois, to Omaha, to Michigan, and then back down south. And yeah, it's been fun. And then Shinedown starts writing in June, and then we'll start making a record in October. And then we'll have a new record out hopefully in the spring of 2015.
Do you already know?
Oh yeah.